Hi, friends. How are you all? I hope you are all doing good, and I am also good. Today, we discuss about economics in simple manner. It means I explain economics in simple way. Even layman can understand what is economics. Okay. Now we move into the topic. The first question arises here is what is economics? So before we know about the meaning of economics, we have to know how it is derived. It means the word economics is derived from the Greek words okias and pneumen. Okias means a house and pneumen means to manage. So it means the economics means household management, managing a household using the limited funds available in the most economical manner. It means we have to manage all economic activities using limited funds which are all available in the economical manner. So, in the simple way, what is economics? Economics means household management which deals with the day to day economic activities of the people or an individual. Several philosophers used the word economic in different manners. Before 18th century, economics was not an independent subject. It was included in some other subjects like in political science, politics. So, it was Aristotle, the great Greek philosopher, who explained the concept of economics in his book Politics. So, it means economics was not an independent subject even at that time. So, Aristotle was the father of political science. We all know that. He described economics as household management. That is household management. And he stated that it was useful in acquiring, guarding, and making proper use of wealth. So, in 18th century, Adam Smith, who is the father of economics, who named it as political economy because he understood that wealth is quite useful for the society. It means wealth is very much necessary for the society. Next, we move on to the topic definitions of economics. Numerous definitions of economics are available in the field. Broadly speaking, the various definitions of economics can be grouped together under four heads. They are wealth definitions. It was explained by Adam Smith, and welfare definition was explained by Alfred Marshall. Scarcity definition, Lionel Robbins, and growth definitions, James Keynes.
Now we concentrate on wealth definition. Wealth definition was formed by classical economists. As we know that Adam Smith is the father of economics and he is also one of the founding fathers of classical school. And he wrote a famous book called Wealth of Nations, which was published in 1776. So, according to him, economics inquires into the factors that determine the wealth of a country and its proper growth. He further stated that every man is rich or poor according to the degree in which he can afford to enjoy the necessaries conveniences, and amusements of human life. It means in economics, wealth means the goods which satisfy human wants. It means the goods which are able to satisfy human wants is called wealth in economics. So, classical economists consider both wealth and welfare as similar concepts. For them, if the increase in wealth, it definitely increases the welfare of the people. So, this is what about wealth definition. Criticisms of wealth definition. Among the criticisms, first one is undue emphasis on wealth. So, according to wealth definition, only material things were wealth and non-material goods and services were not. And the second one is ignores consumption branch. Adam Smith had ignored consumption branch of the subject. Here, there is no place for demand concept. They stated like that. They have criticized like that. And the third is man's welfare is ignored. Money or wealth is considered as a means but not an end, and welfare is considered as an end, but Adam Smith has ignored this concept. Ignorance of non-material things as wealth. As stated earlier, he has used only material things as wealth and has ignored non-material things such as services, which also fulfills human wants. We have to remember this, right? Restricted scope of economics. His definition includes only material things and excludes the services of doctors, lawyers, engineers, teachers, etc., which according to Adam Smith are not considered as wealth. Hence, this has reduced the scope of economics. Next definition is welfare definition. Welfare definition was proposed by Professor Alfred Marshall. He is also known as the founder of Neoclassical School. His definition on economics is an improvement over wealth definition. According to him, political economy or economics is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It examines that part of individual and social action which is most closely connected with attainment and with the use of material requisites of well-being. And he laid emphasis on man and his welfare. It means he gave more importance to man and his welfare. Alfred Marshall stated that economics is a study of man as such and not of wealth. And to him, the study of man is primary and that of wealth is secondary. To him, only wealth is not important, along with it, human welfare is also very, very important. So, Alfred Marshall view is an economics not only studies wealth in the society, it also studies welfare of the people. He gave more importance to welfare than wealth in his welfare definition. Criticisms of Marshall's welfare definition. It means welfare definition is also not free from criticisms. First one is restricts the scope of economics. According to Marshall, only material things are considered as welfare, and the non-material things like services of singer, lawyer, teacher, etc., which have economic value, those things are not included in the scope of economics. Second one is the concept of welfare is questioned. Lionel Robbins stated that the concept welfare is a subjective term and it cannot be measured by any measuring rod. Economics as a pure science. Alfred Marshall assumes economics as a social science rather than as a human science. But critics stated that economics is a pure science like physics and chemistry because it has universally applicable laws. Fourth one is it is more theoretical and less practical. Critics criticized that welfare definition is more theoretical and impractical in nature. Fifth one is narrow view. According to Robbins, economic activities just does not include only two things, that is material goods and increasing the wealth of man, but in practice the economic activities are concerned with the problem of limited means and choice among ends. Next definition is scarcity definition. Scarcity definition was proposed by Professor Lionel Robbins of the London School of Economics. His famous book was an essay on the nature and significance of economic science, which was published in the year 1932. He rejected the materialist definition of economics and he also criticized Marshall's definition of economics, since Marshall concentrated only on economic activities and neglected the non-economic activities. In the words of Professor Robbins, economics is the science which studies about the human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. It means human wants are unlimited in number. It is very difficult to satisfy them all. It means the means to satisfy these wants are extremely limited. These limited means are capable of being put to alternative uses. The problem of choice crops up. A man has to exercise choice in allocating these limited resources among the competing ends on the basis of their relative significance. Here, I can give an example to understand scarcity definition. For example, a piece of land can be used for various purposes. It can be used for cultivation or different crops, or it can also be used for the construction of a hospital or a school. As a result, the problem of choice crops up. Thus, economics is nothing but the science of choice. A man has to satisfy his most urgent want first, then rest of his wants. Next is criticisms of Robbins' definition. Though Robbins' definition is superior to welfare definition, it suffers from the following criticisms. First one is limited scope. Robbins' definition of economics is colorless, impersonal, neutral as regards ends. He opposed making economics an engine of social welfare. He remarks, equilibrium is just an equilibrium. He states that economics is concerned with how a man uses his scarce resources to satisfy his unlimited wants. Thus, he is concerned with the use of scarce resources. He concentrated only on scarce resources. Second one is narrow view. Robin's definition of economics is narrow in its approach. It considers economics as a positive science but neglects the normative aspect of human life. Third one is no explanation of economic growth. Robbins has neglected the concepts like economic growth and development, which are gaining significance in day-to-day aspect of our life. Moreover, it is considered as a very important branch of economics. Fourth one is ignorance of economic problem. Robbins' definition of economics fails to explain the problem of poverty, unemployment, inequality of income and wealth, etc., which most of third world countries are facing at present. These are all the criticisms of Robbins' definition, that is scarcity definition. Fourth definition was growth definition. Robbins' definition of economics was accepted as the proper one for a long period of time, but it is now felt by many economists that it does not provide an acceptable answer to the questions of modern days. With the growth of macroeconomics, the scope of economics has also changed a lot. Further, Robbins' definition of economics does not cover the theory of income and employment definition and the theory of economic growth. Therefore, some modern economists have tried to provide new definitions of economics which cover the theory of determination of income, employment, and economic growth. According to Professor J. M. Keynes, John Maynard Keynes, economics is the study of the administration of scarce means and determinants of employment and income. He has thus approached the economic problems of scarcity of means and choices from the point of view of society as a whole, rather than from the point of view of an individual. In the words of Benham, economics is a study of the factors affecting the size, distribution, and stability of a country's national income. Thus, like Keynes, Benham also stressed the importance of macroeconomics with which stability in an economy can be attained.
Thanks friends. Thanks for watching this video. If you like my video, please like, share, subscribe and comment.